Hi there, it's Sam from pootles.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I've got a box tutorial for you, and it is for a box that's bigger than the ones I usually make, and this is for a soap maker over in America, actually, Julie Dyer, and the name of her company has just fallen right out of my head, so I'm really sorry. I will put it in the description bar, but it's gone. It's gone. Anyway, she makes larger soaps than the ones that I've been making boxes for. So the dimensions of the finished box from this part down is 4.5 inches by 3.75 by 1.25, which in millimetres is 115 by 95 by 32 millimetres. So it's you know, you can see it's a considerable size box, but it's a good size box, you know, for more than just a soap. I mean, you can see by, you know, the size of my hand that it's a pretty hefty size, and I've done both of these in Naturals white cardstock, and I've decorated them with the new Designer Series paper. And one of the things that Julie asked for was she wanted a breathing hole in the front where her soaps would be able to breathe, because they are cold process soaps, and that's a particular type of handmade soap that you know, you can't just stick it in cellophane. So I've done this one with the modern label punch down there, and then used it again on the tag, and this one here I used from the, I think it's called the Lovely Labels punch set, and put the breathing holes up at the top, and then, you know, you could customers could smell through them, and put a little hanging bag on this, hanging ribbon on this one. So I'm going to make a kind of a version of both, but essentially the box is the same. So I'll put those out of the way. Now the cardstock, this one's Naturals Ivory, and it measures 10.5 inches by 8.25 inches. Now I'm told that in America your cardstock is 8.5 inches wide, ours is 8.25. So I've you know, I've been able to make it perfectly fit for the British market as well as, you know, the US market. And in millimetres, that's 268 millimetres by 210. So with the longer side, the 10.5 inch side along the top, the score lines come at 1 1/4, 5, 6, 6 1/4, and 10. And if you're going to replicate this exactly in metric, it's 32, 127, 159 and 254 millimetres. I will put all of those on the blog for you. Turning it 90 degrees, we're going to score it at 125, 1 1/4 inches and 5 3/4 of an inch, which is 32 millimetres and 147 millimetres. Right, so move that out of the way, and there's only one little bit that you cut, other than the little excess bit that you cut off from the cardstock length, which we've already hung on to. I'm going to cut this little corner down here off. So that's gone. Fold and burnish with a bone folder all of the score lines. So we want these creases to be nice and sharp. This is quite a thick cardstock, so you know, you can't manipulate it with your fingers. You do have to manipulate it with the bone folder. This final one here. Now this box is actually kind of I suppose it's kind of a version of two boxes I've made before. My Easy Stick Treat pouch, which was one of my first videos, which had the fold over in this way, and kind of a couple of others. It's sort of like a milk carton box. So a couple more snips. This smaller section where it's kind of a little square, cut all of those up to the first long score line. There's 3 of those, and that's all of the cutting done. Now, if at this point we were going to put a hole in the front, this bit with the flap is the back, so this one here you would fold it up and get your punch and slide it in and punch wherever you wanted. I'm not going to do that one today. I'm going to do, am I? Yes, I think I will. no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to put it into the top, so sort of roughly in the middle. And this is, you know, where, you know, you'd use one of your smaller punches and you'd go along the top, which is how I created these ones here. So, you know, just fiddle around with the punches you've got, basically. So I've got the breathe hole in there, and then I've got some sticky strip. Snail isn't going to work, and you don't need Tombow because actually the measurements are perfect, so that you can actually just fold and push down, because obviously it's exactly the same. The width on both sides is exactly the same, and this is on the width on the front and back is exactly the same, so as you can see it meets perfectly. So there's no, you know, waving it in the air. So like I say, this is the, you know, the where it's a version of my Easy Stick Treat pouch. I can't get this sticky strip. There we go. So that's it closed. These side bits here, you're just sort of pushing with your fingers. And if you definitely keep the bottom open so you can pop your hand in. And the same on the other side. If you want to, you can go in and score. You know, it's not essential. There we go. I put score lines in on this side, on this one, but I didn't on there. So there's, you know, not a huge amount of difference. You need a couple of bits of sticky strip there to hold it closed. So this is where mine's running out now. And this is to hold the crimped part in place. So one along there, one along there, and then where's the front and the back? That's the back. So I know that this is going to be my front, so I want that to fold over neatly there. So I'm going to have some sticky strip along there, and hope this roll doesn't run out. Oh, nearly out. So I'm going to stick the bottom. So there we go. So that's the box. That's, you know, you'd put your soap in there, or your treats, or what would fit in there? A roll of ribbon. Yeah, a roll of, actually probably quite a few rolls of ribbon would fit in there. You know, you'd put your bits and pieces in there. I'm going to put a couple of little holes in the side because I want to put another hanging hole on it. Sorry, hanging tabs on it. So just a standard hole punch. And then I've got the cotton ribbon. Yeah, the cotton ribbon. I like this one. I think it's rather nice. It, you know, suits the natural look. And it's got very sturdy. But it's quite a, yeah, it's almost an inch wide. So it's quite a big, heavy duty one as well. Pull that over. And kind of just gauge how much you want to hang down. Push that through that side. Oops, got fingers and thumbs here today. So that's now the hanging handle. I'll peel off this sticky strip here. And as you can see, that's now going to hold that that part closed. And this is where it's, you know, it's a bit like a milk carton, this one. And we've got the little breathing hole at the top. I'm going to put some Designer Series paper on that I have chosen very specifically. There is a soap making technique called a peacock swirl. Go and Google it or go and hunt on YouTube. But when I saw this paper, I can't remember which collection this one's from, I saw it and my immediate thought was peacock swirl, so I have to use that. Where's my snail? There it is. So a little bit of that off the top. This is 4 1/4 inches by 3 1/2 inches, which is 90 by 110 millimeters. And then I want to put a sentiment on it. I mean, you could put, you know, product labels, product names. This is the strip that was left over, so using the scallop oval, which just fits, pop one of those out, and then the brand new Kind and Cozy set has got this lovely Made with Love in the typewriter font. So I'm going to use Island Indigo, which is the blue in the background of that. Stamp that out. Punch it with the modern label punch, and it just fits. Sponge up the edges of these. And be careful if you're using the Naturals cardstock. It needs just a tiny little bit longer than regular cardstock to dry, or rather ink on it does. So if this smudges now, I'm sorry, it's because I'm rushing a bit. With some dimensionals on the back of that one. Onto the front here, just down the bottom. And like I say, you could put a product name on there or something else. Business logo, company name, or if you were giving it as a gift to somebody else, you know, Made with Love or the thank you. Unless I've smudged that slightly. And there you go. One lovely, quite large gift box, gift bag, gift pouch, soap box. Not very hard to make, quite simple to make, and yeah, there you go. So I hope you like it. If you want to know how to get hold of anything, let me know. I'm a UK based demonstrator, so I can sell to, or can supply to certain European countries, and obviously the UK as well. I can't supply to other countries, but I can put you in touch with demonstrators who can. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Bye.